Hello everyone, what's up? My name is Yoshiraga and welcome to a new segment that I'm going to be doing that is called Real Talk. And yes, I'm very well aware that some YouTubers already done this like Maximilian Dude does for the fighting game community, but this is a completely different series from that series. Same kind of concept, but different concentrations. Anyways, this Real Talk series is when I just basically sit down and talk to you guys about what I want to talk about, things that may affect you, things that may affect me, and so on and so forth. And I decided, why not make this first Real Talk about how I became so interested in anime, what started gearing me towards the things I like, including those anime boobs and butts, if you know what I mean. Let's be honest, anime boobs and butts in this series are great. And everyone has a goddamn waifu that's an anime fan, let's be real here. Some people may have too many. Yeah. Anyways, where to even start with this? Well, first off, I've had to do this multiple times. And yes, this may be a bit fatting for the next episodes of Fate X should come out. That is because I had no time to record them, which I'm going to be recording them at the end of this week after this video finally goes up, which will probably be on Thursday or maybe Friday. And if things don't go as well, probably Saturday, because that's generally my recording day at night with Saturday. But I want to talk about how I became an anime fan, or what started my trek to it at least. And this can start all the way back to when I was in kindergarten or first grade. I don't remember how long Toonami was around, but when I first saw Toonami, that was when I first saw one of the most well-known animes of all time, Dragon Ball Z. Of course, I did watch other animes like Hamtaro, and there was this weird Gundam anime that appeared on Toonami that I happened to see, but I was more interested in Dragon Ball Z than anything else. Mainly because the first episode I watched was during one of the most hypest goddamn parts of the series. Holy shit! When Goku first turned Super Saiyan against Frieza, and it was so goddamn hype. It's like you're sitting down watching your favorite anime, and you just start fucking flipping a shit at how hype it is. It's letting your cereal go all over the place. God damn it, dude, you're gonna have to clean that up later, but you don't fucking care. But let's be serious. Dragon Ball Z is starting to warn out its welcome, especially with the introduction of Super. I mean, Super's great and all, but dear lord, the series has still been going for a while now. But I'm not here to talk about what my problems with Super are, or any other series for that matter. I'm here to talk about how I became that. So that was one of my first major animes out there. Then we move on a few years later, and different other animes started appearing on Adult Swim. Unfortunately, I had no way to watch these, because if my mom saw them, she would get pissed at me. At the time, she did not like me watching anime, and nowadays it's like, hey, you can watch whatever the fuck you want to watch, it's fine. And it's great. But at the time, she had put a lock on my TV so I could not watch a lot of animes that appeared on there. So that would be like Inuyasha, I believe Sailor Moon at one point was on there. And this is Adult Swim, mind you. Cowboy Bebop, Code Geass, Fullmetal Alchemist, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yes, you get the lock on for that long for Brotherhood as well. What the fuck? And quite a few others that I can't name off the top of my head. Oh yeah, Bleach. Bleach is one of them. And I was really upset when I finally got to watch these, and I was like, she kept me from watching these animes. These are fucking cool, man. But I didn't get to watch those until years later. But the first actual action-based anime I watched again, now appeared on Cartoon Network, was the Naruto series. Oh my god, that series is awesome. In fact, I even watched it when they did a marathon of like a lot of the episodes of Naruto. I believe from the beginning, I think, to the end of the first half of the Chunin exams. I don't remember how long it went, but it went on for quite a while. Let's see. But other than that, that was really interesting to me. But at that time, I still kind of called them cartoons instead of anime. What really showed me the difference between cartoons and anime was when I watched my very first anime movie. This movie was a Studio Ghibli movie that I still love to this day, and I still hold as my favorite movie of all time. Until something finally beats it out. And that may be why, because I love it so much and just what introduced me to anime. This movie is Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away, or Ghibli, whatever. But Spirited Away. Oh my god, everything about that movie was fantastic. From the visuals, the characters, even the English voice acting was really, really fucking good. Even at this point, I actually still really like the English voice acting, because it didn't feel forced at points. It felt like they really cared to actually voice act in this movie. The music, oh my god, the music. As someone who loved to play music back in the day, who played a violin at the time, oh my god, the music was fucking gorgeous. Goddamn Miyazaki, you motherfucker. Holy shit. But yeah, that music was fantastic. Just beautiful. I don't know why I just did that. You can't see what the fuck I'm doing. Anyways, it was so great that I watched it, and I was so happy. Because nowadays, it's hard to keep my attention when it comes to movies. I tend to watch a little bit of it, and then flip off to something else. And then when I come back to it, I notice, oh, it's like halfway through the thing and about to go to another commercial in about so minutes. But no, during Spirited Away, I sat there the entire thing, the commercials and everything. If I had to leave, I fucking ran. I ran out and ran back in my room as fast as fucking possible and sat down. I was in awe the entire time I was watching, and it was fucking great. I know people are going to be saying, I'm making too much of a big deal about this movie, but you know why I'm making a big deal. If it wasn't for that movie, I would not be where I am today with the anime community. I mean, it's awesome. And I know there's still a bunch of animes that I need to watch and or finish, Spice and Wolf being one of them. I started watching it and I never finished it. I really like Spice and Wolf, that's an issue. There's a lot of animes that I really liked but I never got to finish, and it's weird. But I'm going a bit too far ahead. So that was pushed me into the anime. When I started to expand out, it was let's see. I'm trying to remember when that was. It was, let's see, 6 or 7 years ago from this date. So around 2010 or 11, I was watching a YouTuber, and their opening was this really, really cheery song. It was an actual opening. It was an actual opening to another anime that I knew, that I figured out the name of, was called Hayori Nyaruko-san. And it was a very good anime, and it was like my first kind of etchiest anime, because Jesus fucking Christ, Nyaruko is goddamn thirsty as hell, as well as like 2 other characters, 2 or 3 actually. 2 or 3 other characters in that fucking series. Jesus goddamn Christ. Nyaruko especially, good god. Calm the fuck down. There are plenty of dojins of you fucking taking Mahiro's dick. I hope that's what his name was. But Jesus Christ, that's when I started going down the rabbit hole and liking my boobs and butts. The next anime was Sekirei. Ooh, and I have a funny story about, a little bit of a funny story when you consider what happened. So, at the time, I was in my high school's orchestra. At the time, at the All-Written Tryouts. Okay, this is about 2013-14. So this is about 4 or so years ago. I don't exactly remember the year, but we were all done with our tryouts, and one of our friends brought a laptop to the school that we were visiting. he had also happened to bring a copy of the first season of Sekirei, which a DVD copy of the first season of Sekirei, and it was completely uncensored. And mind you, Sekirei is kind of like Musume. I don't know how you were actually supposed to pronounce it if you were going to pronounce it in the actually like how the Japanese pronounce it, but it was like Musume. It was like fucking like, what the hell am I watching? Why is there so many boobs? I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting a boner, help me. Like at the time, I had already seen like a lot of anime stuff, especially when it came to like hentai, specifically tentacles, because that was all that was around, and also Zontan. That was the thing. But yeah, that was the most hentai I've seen, and then that pops up like, oh my god, there's more than just fucking tentacles. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god, this is like, oh my god. And I believe we ended up watching the first 2 or 3 episodes while we were there. Now, about when we were all done there and when we were back on the bus, I had pulled out my phone and continued to watch it and proceeded to watch the next episode with almost running down my battery in the process. Yeah, you really liked it, and I eventually went there, grabbed the computer and watched the rest of it that way. However, it's been years since I've watched it, and I need to rewatch it at one point. And I kind of want to do like a anime review on it. I don't know if I'm going to start doing reviews often on the channel, but I don't know. That may be a thing that I may be talking about soon. And that's where it started going to the ecchi side. And then the question is, when did I stop being afraid to talk about it? Because, let's be honest, if you were to talk about a lot of this shit in public, people will go like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, there was like one of my friends who, funnily enough, goes by the name of Perverted Fox 1. And no, it's not my buddy, Crime Crazy Fox 1. Those are completely different people. And he was straight up out loud of what he likes. Lolis, Veterinaries, so on and so forth. And I was like, okay, that's good for you. You know, I don't care. And he liked his furries too. Jesus Christ, did he like his fucking furries. Oh my god. And at one point he said that I ended up watching a YouTuber. And at one point there was someone that was watching a YouTuber that did these anime visual novels, and it was very perverted. And he was extremely fucking perverted. In fact, the version that he was playing was a Vocaloid one, by the name of To You in the Future I Give Every Song. Who was this YouTuber, you ask of? Lost Paws, aka Noble, which I love this fucking man, by the way. He is like everyone's goddamn hero when it comes to anime, pervertedness and all that shit. Dear fucking god. I mean, this guy got his channel terminated and we all fucking brought it back, and it was like fucking the best day goddamn ever when it happened. Booyah! Anyways, I'm getting a bit too hype. So and at the time, this was during my last year of high school, I thought his videos were fucking stupid. Moving on to my end of my first year at college. I had not a very rough first year at college. Nothing went the way I wanted. And I was not prepared for how college life worked. And I was very depressed at the end of my first year because it's like, I had never gotten a bad grade in my life, and they sort of that stuck to me. And this is the first bad grade I've ever had on my transcript, and it stuck to me. I had 2 of them actually. No, wait, did I have 2? No, I didn't. I had 1. And go figure, it was in calculus, which I would retake later for the current degree I'm taking now, and get a C in it. Probably very close C, but a C nonetheless. Anyways, as I moved on, I started to notice that I wanted to go look at more visual novels at it. I mean, at the time, I'd already started reading one and started recording for the channel. Kato Shoujo, which I still want to record that at some point, and I have the means to do so, but the problem is that it's going to take a very long time to do this. Holy shit. Especially with the number of fucking routes in the game, my god, I will fucking end myself before then. But Kato Shoujo was one I always kind of wanted to do, even though before I killed my voice in the process trying to do all the different voices, even though when I was younger, I could do all of them without a goddamn hitch. But I eventually got into, of all series, Nekopara. Oh my god. And eventually started watching his video, and I was wondering, got through all of it with the 18 plus patch and all, and Jesus Christ, you want that 18 plus patch. Whew. And I ended up watching his videos to see his reactions, and I was laughing my ass off the entire goddamn time. That's good. And it was great. And to this day, I am still a fan of Nekopara, especially with all the 18 plus scenes. Oh my god, the 18 plus scenes. Whew. Oh my god, Sayori, you are a beautiful fucking woman. I need you to make but please do me a favor. Don't have Casho fuck Shigure in Volume 4. For the love of God, I know a lot of people are asking for it, or this one is turning into a meme for Nekopara, but please don't. And don't do it to Milk either. We need to protect this one. Protect that smile. But yeah, I love Nekopara, and which is why I've played all 3 volumes so far. And oh my god, fucking Maple is bae. Hey, you're wrong if you say otherwise. No, I'm joking. You're allowed to have whatever waifu you want, but it's whatever. Anyways, I then got started into more ecchier anime, and my first biggest one that I've watched, that's besides hentai, you know, like Maikitsu Happening. My god, everyone is fucking watching Maikitsu Happening, and it's like the highest rated one on my anime list. Seriously, look, seriously. I will not explain what happens in it, but I will tell you it is glorious. But the first big ass ecchi anime that I watched was, well, big ass ecchi, kind of long ecchi anime that I watched was Matsu Musume, and I actually really liked it. It was really cute, really funny, and oh my god, the Y boners. This is a snake woman. This is a woman with a human body, with a human torso, but the body of a snake. Why do I have a boner? It's basically the entire series. It's like, what the fuck? This thing has partial human anatomy, and the rest is monster. It's like some sort of animal anatomy. Why am I getting a boner from this? That's legitimately the entirety of Matsu Musume. And with that, I think I'm just going to leave it off there. I mean, this is the first one of these I've done, so I'm very well open to different constructive criticism that I can have to improve this series. And yes, I know I messed up talking. That's a normal thing with me. If you watch my Let's Plays, I mess up a lot. Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you loved the video, click that like button, and if you want to be notified of whenever I make another video, hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell icon. Or follow me on Twitter. I will always post my next video up on Twitter, and that message will be pinned to the top of my profile. Anyways, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you all in the next video of whatever I make. I'll see you all next time. Later!